We got to the price, $5,000. And she said, great, how do we get started? No hesitation, no pushback. I froze. Did that really just happen? I didn't even have a website yet. I didn't even feel like a real coach, but I did have one thing, a single sentence, which landed me my first ever sale from a total stranger on just one call. And then I used that sentence to get booked out. In this video, I'm gonna show you what made that sentence so powerful and how to write your own, even if you're still figuring out what your idea is, or whether anyone would actually pay you for it. Once you know what to say and how to say it, you can use it everywhere. Your Instagram bio, your content, your discovery calls, it becomes the backbone of your business. That's why this one sentence matters so much. Because if you're feeling stuck, unsure how to explain what you do, or feeling overwhelmed by all the things that you should be posting online, this cuts through all of it. And the best part, it only takes 5 ingredients. Let's start with the first one. In my sentence, it was your first paying client. That's it. No niche, fancy title, or drawn out explanation. Because what I was selling, and what you're selling too, isn't really coaching. It's what your coaching will give someone else, their desire. Almost every offer that sells well taps into one of 3 universal drivers: wealth, health, relationships. Want proof? Let's look at David Ogilvy, one of the best admin of all time. He once had to sell Guinness beer. Not exactly what you'd call healthy. So what'd he do? He paired it with oysters, talked about its rich flavor profile, made it feel luxurious, almost nourishing. He wasn't just selling beer, he was selling an experience tied to health and sophistication. Then there's his Dove ad, a beautiful woman lounging in the tub, talking to her boyfriend on the phone. What was that really about? Not soap, not hygiene. He was selling romance, connection, a feeling of being wanted, health, wealth, relationships. They don't always show up literally, but the strongest offers and the best marketing always taps into these. When your sentence touches at least one of these, people will feel it. I didn't make that sale because I'm such a natural salesperson. I'm not. I just know what people desire that I can help them with. That's ingredient number 1. Not charisma, not coaching lingo, desire. But desire alone isn't enough, because even if someone wants what you're offering, they might still say no. And that's if they even get to wanting what you can help them with. Because honestly, most coaches don't even make it to that point. If you're anything like I was at the beginning, you're not even hearing no, because you're not putting yourself out there yet. You're stuck in that frozen middle. What do I even say? How do I say it without sounding salesy? Oh my gosh, what if I get this wrong? So you overthink every word and then do nothing, because somewhere along the way, we picked up the idea that we've got to sound professional to get clients. But that instinct will kill your business before it even has a chance. I see it all the time. Like when new coaches tell me, I help people feel empowered in their lives. Be honest, have you ever heard someone say that in real life? Oh, I just want to feel empowered today. No, never. They say, I'm so tired of second guessing myself. I just want to feel like me again. That's what lands. And that's why in my sentence, I said exactly what to say and how to say it. No fancy marketing speak, just good old client speak. That's why ingredient number 2 is clarity. You have to say what you mean in words that your ideal client already uses. Here's my go-to gut check. If you wouldn't say it to your best friend, don't say it in your sentence. And I had to learn this the hard way, because we've been taught to build this habit in school and then in corporate, and it is hard to break. Once I launched a course called Launched and Loaded. I thought it was so clever. Guess what? It totally flopped. Afterwards, when I asked people what they thought it was about, no one knew. Some guessed mindset, others thought it was about business. It was actually a course about launching your first course. Yeah. Oops. These days, I follow one rule: write like you talk. It really is that simple. If people understand you and they feel understood by you, that's when they trust you. And when people trust you, they believe that you can help them. But if you've been sitting there thinking, I want to do this, but I have no idea where to even start, you are not alone. And it doesn't mean that you're not ready. That's exactly why I created my free training, How to Build Your Coaching Business and Replace Your Salary Before You Leave Your 9-to-5. This is the same framework that almost 4,000 people have used to go from I want to build my own thing to an actual coaching business that replaces their salary and gives them their freedom back. Inside, I will walk you through the 3 most common mistakes that keep new coaches stuck in their head and out of action, how I turned everything around and went from 0 to $106,000 in sales in just 4 months after over 2 years of no results, and the exact system that you can use to build your first few $1,000s in consistent income and grow from there. So if you're ready to stop spinning in circles and you want the mindset and strategy so that you can actually get moving, go to the link in the description or visit luisazhou.com/masterclass to grab your spot. Let's keep going because there's another ingredient that you can apply right now. It's the one that makes someone stop in their tracks and actually pay attention to you. Because in their head, they're thinking, wait, you get me. That feeling comes from one thing: specificity. Here's what I mean. When I was working my 9 to 5, there is one moment I will never forget. I was sitting at my desk, staring at my computer screen, thinking, is this seriously my life? Just helping someone else build their dream by doing pointless work while I ignore mine? That's the moment when it clicks. You've got to start your own business or else you're going to be wasting your life. So when I was writing my sentence, I imagined what my dream client is thinking in that same moment. Something like, I want to do this so bad, but how? I am completely overwhelmed. Thus, I help first-time coaches go from complete overwhelm. That's not clever at all, but it is real. When someone hears their own thoughts in your words, they don't just feel understood, they feel seen. And when they feel seen, they trust you. That's ingredient number 3, specificity. Because you don't need to reach thousands, you just need one person to feel like they get me. And that's how your business starts to grow. All it takes is one real connection at a time. High five to that. Let's say your sentence is clear, specific, and sounds like something that your dream client would actually say. There's still one question that it has to answer. Okay, but why should I care? That's what I call the so what effect. If your dream client doesn't instantly understand what's in it for them, they will move on. Not because they're not interested, but because they're busy. They've got a kid to take to soccer, or at the very least, a calendar and brain that's already very full. They don't have time to figure out how you can help them. That's your job. This is where a lot of new coaches say things like, you get 4 calls and unlimited email support. That's fine, but it's just a feature. You've got to translate that into a real outcome. Like, you get unlimited email support so that you never stay stuck. Ask questions anytime and keep moving forward. Now they get it. Now it matters. That's ingredient number 4, the so what effect. Let's go back to my sentence. Already clear, right? But it's even stronger when you spell out why that matters. Because getting that first client, it's not just a paying client. It's the moment you go from idea to income. From I hope this is gonna work to it's working. That's the real benefit. So whatever sentence you write, don't just list what you do. Look closer. Because the skill that you take for granted could be the exact so what that someone else has been searching for. It's not boring or basic, it's their bridge that has them thinking, whoa, wait, that's what I need. That's what your sentence can do. But even if your dream client is nodding and thinking, yes, I want this, there's still something holding them back. It's that voice in their head that's saying, okay, but will this really work for me? Because wanting it isn't enough. They need something more, certainty. That's the moment where sales are made or lost. And that's where ingredient number 5 comes in, logic. Because yes, people buy based on emotion, but they justify that decision with logic. This is where you zoom out and look at your sentence as a whole. What exactly do they get? How does it work? Why does this feel doable? You've already drawn them in emotionally. But the part that closes that last gap, in my sentence, it's this. By showing them exactly what to say and how to say it. Because it tells them you'll know exactly what to do and you won't have to figure it out alone. But that's not the only way to build logic. You can also address the fear that the people you help are carrying. For my people, it's, what if no one wants to pay me for my coaching? Most coaches answer that with, you get lots of one-on-one calls and I'm gonna treat you well. But honestly, that's just the bare minimum. So what actually works? Showing them how your offer fits their real life. Let's say that you're a fitness coach for busy moms. We do quick hit workouts, 20-minute recipes, and I will never expect you to spend hours in the kitchen. Now your dream client is thinking, wait, this was actually built for someone like me. That's when what you're sharing stops feeling like a risk and starts feeling like a no-brainer. Because here's the truth. You already have the experience that makes it worth saying yes to. You just have to make it clear. So if you're sitting there thinking, whoa, this might actually be doable, you're right. And if you're ready to start turning this clarity into clients, this next video will help you turn what you already know into your first premium coaching package in just 10 minutes. This is the same format I used to sell $5,000 coaching packages as a new coach without a website, testimonials, or reputation. Let's do it.